Test, test, sound, sound. We are live. We are live with the people. Namaste, Namo Himalaya. Welcome, welcome everybody. I see we're having some people tune in from around the world already. Chat is going or not? I'm unable to see chat. Let us know inside the chat for everybody who's tuned in where you guys have tuned in from. Today we have a very special session, a very special episode. Aside from me being here, we have the amazing Maria.
Hello, everybody. Such a pleasure to be here, Master. Thank you for the invite. I see that there's a lot of people coming in already. Welcome, everybody, and just stay tuned because what's going to happen today is very, very, very exciting.
We have Terrence from North Carolina. Where else have we got? Shanuna saying hi to you. Stacy from Chicago. Maria from Romania, huh?
We have Rohan from Mauritius. Hello, Rohan. So good to see you. We have Chitra from Malaysia, Rochelle from Haiti. We have literally people from all around the world tuning in today.
Amazing, amazing. So today I thought to do this very special episode. We're just going to be here for maybe the next 20 minutes and a relatively short session to break down for everybody here just a few manifestation techniques, strategies, secrets from not just the perspective that we have been giving for many of the videos, but also from a different perspective. A fellow student, now turned teacher also. Maria was once upon a time a viewer like many of you on the other side of YouTube. Yes, how long ago was that?
That was 2.5 years ago when the whole coronavirus pandemic was happening, and I felt like many of you perhaps feel when you're looking for guidance. I was feeling lost, and I was looking, searching, started reading the books, and all of a sudden I came across your channel, and I just couldn't stop. I started binge watching video after video, meditation after meditation. And then the more I watched those videos, the more I felt I needed more. Because, of course, we understand that what you put on YouTube is powerful knowledge, and it's also general knowledge. To go deeper, we have to also take different actions. So we will be sharing with you how all these points connect. So stay tuned until the end of this live because it's very, very powerful to see how manifestation actually works and how can you, who are watching this right now, can literally by one decision start the whole sequence of what the universe has prepared for you. So just have an open mind, have an open heart, and know that if you are listening to this right now, you are meant to. This message is for you.
And if you have a notepad, journal, make sure to take some notes. Somebody who has been through the journey, like many of you here, whether it's wanting to manifest a relationship, whether it's wanting to manifest wealth, whether it's wanting to manifest a new career, to fulfill a higher purpose or find her calling, she's been through this system now. And not only that, I think in the past maybe, I don't know, 6 months to 1 year, you've been working with and meeting and working with millionaires, billionaires, whatever, a lot of different influencers and celebrities around the world and things like that. And so I think, like we always share in this space, we always say that success leaves clues. And instead of just taking my perspective on manifestation and learning the strategies from here, is to say, what can we take from somebody who has been through this journey, maybe just slightly ahead of you in this journey, and what can we take from it to be able to enhance our own goals, dreams, and desires. And so that's why I brought Marie here today. But before we get into any of this, this chat over the next 15 minutes or so. I think Maria wanted to share because right now, I believe starting from tomorrow, I will be running a 7-week, and it's called, you'll be able to see here, it's called Manifestation Mastery. And I'll be running a 7-week Manifestation Mastery course, which is the exact same program that Maria, how many years ago? A year? 2.5? 2.5. 2.5 years ago went through, where I would coach and work with a relatively small group of people. And in terms of intention setting, vibrational alignment, all the rest of it, all the things that we're going to be speaking about on this call, but it's a more personal relationship because we will be on a Zoom call. I'll be there to answer your questions and help you through your manifestations. And Maria brought to my attention that when she came back only very recently, she said that she wants to help spread that particular message for the reason that that was the starting point of when her life started to change dramatically. And that's why before we came onto this call, Maria asked if it was okay if we could allow her to actually have a conversation with some of you, or some of our team members to have a conversation with some of you who would like to join us for a 7-week manifestation mastery journey. So let me know inside the chat, for those of you who would like to join us for 7 weeks of live coaching, to be able to enhance your manifestation power, speed up the law of attraction, and be able to acquire these skills and not just do it yourself, but to be part of a tribe and a group where we can all collectively channel our energies through meditation, healing, modalities, all of these different things to help enhance everybody's manifestations and raise the whole vibrational frequency, right? I see a lot of yeses coming through right now. So, Alex says, I already got my space. That's wonderful. So those of you who would like that, right now on the program, maybe Maria can let them know, I think there's a sponsorship that you have figured out with the team towards the tuition and things like that. Maybe let them know how the sponsorship works, how it would work, how they apply, what they should do now. So
absolutely, and thank you so much, Master, for that, because it was just recently that we were having dinner and I was like, Master, remember that program that I really literally changed my life? And it's so amazing how you not only have enhanced it, but also how when you acquire the skills, you are going to be able to use this over and over again in your life. It can start with a goal that you have today, but as you move forward in your journey, you're going to realize that actually that goal expands time after time. And so for those of you that are interested, that I see many of you commenting on the chat, it reminds me so much of me. When I was there, I was saying, yes, yes, I want to do it. And of course, back then, I was in Colombia. It was, as I mentioned before, in the middle of the pandemic. So I really had a lot of difficulties in order to take this step. But when we understand that magic happens outside of the comfort zone, I just literally felt that this was the opportunity for me. So for those of you who are interested, we're going to be sharing a link where you're going to be able to leave your details. And for the people who qualify for this sponsorship, we are going to cover the majority of the tuition, meaning that you will only invest the minority of it if you're a good fit. Because of course we want to make sure that we bring in the right people so that we can brag about you. So that we can say like, hey, look at Maria, look at Bonnie, look at Rowena. These are the people that took action and now we are seeing their results. So that's why we go through the interview, and if you qualify, if you're a good fit, and if this program is meant for you, then we will cover the vast majority of the tuition so that finances are not a struggle for you. There is an investment, of course, because would you agree that Master Shri Akarshana puts a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy in helping you? And by the way, Master, I just have to say, like, as you mentioned, I've been working with like big influencers, and the value of this investment is so small compared to what you're going to receive. And this is one of the secrets that I see of successful people, is that you give way more than you receive. So I just wanted to highlight that, because this is an amazing opportunity. And if you feel that it's for you, just make sure to stay tuned until the end of this short live that we're going to have today, so that you can click on the link and we can have an interview and have you joining this amazing journey.
So how do they apply?
So they will click on the link that will be in the description of this chat, of this video, and then we will be calling you in the next 24 hours, either me or someone in the team. So please, if you can leave your phones on and be very attentive to our
And
call.
what will happen on the call? Why are you calling them?
So we will have, as I mentioned before, an interview to see if you qualify for the sponsorship. And that way we will be able to cover the vast majority, so that you can only invest the minority and have joined us in the journey.
Right, okay. So that is the, Nakusa saying I'm driving and the service is horrible. So those of you who are interested and would like to join us on this journey, Maria will be more than happy to help you join it. And also, if you do qualify, then try to get you like a bit like a majority sponsorship or scholarship towards the tuition. As she said, it's the first link inside the description. You can click it now and make sure to apply. I believe there are only 55 sponsorship allocations available, so make sure to apply quickly, and keep your phones on and look forward to the call. And then you can speak to Maria directly and she will guide you through the whole process and let you know maybe some of the things that you need to enhance for your manifestations to happen. Now, with that said, I believe when we were just going through, Maria was actually showing me her journal just before, and she said all of the things that she's been learning through this time and all the people she's been working with, and actually personally coaching as well. We came up with 5 techniques, strategies that we both feel that is something that we are called upon sharing with you guys today that will help you enhance your manifestations and get your dreams, your goals, your desires faster. So I'm going to let Maria start with the first one, just to give a little bit of insight, and then we'll just have some chit chat around it and then give you as much as we can.
Thank you so much, Master. And any comments that you have, just feel free to write on the chat box, because this is the purpose of this space, is to also get to know you and get to interact with you. And I believe the first step and the most important one, or actually they are all important, but the first one to be aware of is knowing that many times we are pursuing goals or pursuing dreams that maybe are not ours. How many of you have ever desired something or wanted something really, really bad, and then once you achieve it, you're like, oh, this was not what I expected. This is not actually what I thought it would be. And the reason why that happens is because maybe we're pursuing things that are not part of our journey. And so by removing the conditioning that we've been like surrounded by throughout our upbringing, by removing those limiting beliefs that are embedded in our subconscious mind that we are not even aware of, then we will start understanding what is our true passion, what is our true purpose, our true calling.
So I think the first point for everybody who's taking notes on this is about finding true purpose. I think this is what Maria is getting at here. Now, when it comes to finding true purpose, the thing is this, like, for people who ever question, because what you're saying is very true. I think that a lot of people, they are just chasing something that they've been conditioned with. I know I was, because back then my dad would say that you don't have any qualifications, you can only work in restaurants. And lo and behold, the first job was in a restaurant. My first business was also in restaurant. But how do you think people should go about, let's say, for example, from where you were before, working in whatever job you were working in, and then suddenly saying, hey, I feel this calling to help people. But what steps does one need to take to start finding that purpose? What do you think?
I think the most important thing for us to realize, and this is actually something that we're not taught in school or anywhere really, is to have a mentor. Because when you have a mentor, that person is going to be able to see the blind spots. Because many people can say, you need to change this, you need to change that, and it's kind of like obvious and apparent. But a mentor or someone who has walked the way or has the results that you want is going to be able to say, hey, you need to change this, or you should perhaps explore this path, because they already know. And so that's why one of the biggest shifts that happened for me was having you as my mentor, because it really helped me see where I was actually lacking, where I was actually needing guidance. And having the right guidance is the fastest way to success.
And I think I have a take on this as well. With finding purpose, I don't think purpose can be found in your head. I think purpose is found through action. And so it's very important to take that leap of faith whenever opportunities present itself, to say, I'll step into this opportunity. I don't know where it may take me, but it must take me somewhere. And when we continue to action and action and action, it will open up one door, the second door, the third door. And finally, we will start aligning to, this is where the universe is guiding me towards. So that's actually like intuition. Now, moving from there, what would be your second technique, strategy, thing that you think will really help enhance their manifestations, Maria?
The second one, I definitely feel that it's going to be keeping a high energy, elevating your vibrations, because as we understand and we study the laws of the universe, we attract not what we want or what we need, but we attract who and what we are. And so having the right techniques of elevating our vibrational frequency, not in chaos states, but actually in blissful states, so that we can have clarity of where is it that we want to go. That is definitely my second step.
So this is actually something that we will be doing in the 7-week program for those of you who will be joining us. In Manifestation Mastery, I think towards the 3rd or 4th week, we will be working on the vibrational frequency chart. And the interesting thing is, when it comes to the vibrational frequency chart, a lot of people, they see love, they see joy, and they say, okay, that's a great place to manifest. But what people don't realize is exactly what Maria was sharing just before, is that when it comes to love, people can get lost in love. When it comes to joy, people can go into chaos. These are high vibrational chaos stages. And so it's very important to not just be in high vibrational chaos stage, but how to exceed that and become in the peace and bliss stage. That is actually the best space to manifest when it comes to raising vibrations. But when we do it, do you want to share with them how we usually train people through the program to get up to that vibrational state? What things can they do?
So there are different techniques and tools, and this actually like blew my mind when I was going through the program and I learned this, because I thought that having a state of love, I could manifest everything in my life. But actually, type yes in the chat box if anybody has done something that it's like, oh my God, how could I have done that because you were in love or because you were in that vibration? Because I definitely have. And so when we understand that, it's very important to know how through breath work. There is a very powerful breath work that we do in the program. It's called Breath Work to Heaven. That will align all your different energy points, and it will show you, because when there's clarity, there's power. And so that is one of the techniques that we do. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys, because what we're going to cover in the program is just like, as I mentioned before, these things we cannot share to the whole public. We cannot post on YouTube because they are so powerful that if they help you manifest what you want, this knowledge in the wrong hands will definitely like not be part of our mission and our purpose. So that's why it's very important for us to have the right people, because if we're going to share these tools, having anyone manifest what they want, we want to make sure that they are aligned with
They go to the right
mission.
people. That's
Exactly.
right. They go to the right people. And so, Manifesting with Mary is saying this program is life-changing. Mary has been through the program, so I'm sure she'll be joining us this time too. So very excited for that. Let's move on. Point number 3, strategy number 3, when it comes to manifesting anything you want, your desires, your dreams, your goals, what shortcut, what strategy, what technique would you recommend?
Connection with your higher self. How do we actually understand what is it that we truly want and how do we pursue it. Having that clarity will give you focus, will build up your belief system in understanding that every step you take, every day that passes by, is a day closer to your goal. And that is a fulfilled day. And then you just feel.
I think one big point on that as well is that I think people often they feel they're in singular manifestation. Like when Maria is talking about connection, and we understand energetically from a science point of view also, everything is one energy, everything is connected. So what does this mean? It means that all your dreams, your goals, your desires, they're all a part of you. It's not separate to you, it's a part of you. So if you allow yourself to become one in connection with the universe, you are literally just calling in the greatest abundance, the greatest of everything back into your physical reality that is here right now. So it's almost like you're reclaiming who you actually already are, which is the abundance of everything. When you do that, you will no longer feel the need to chase for things. You will never be nonstop, why is it not happening, not happening? You will become it, you will attract it, you will see it in your reality. And these are also, again, part of the program. So in the 7 weeks, we will be going through all of this, helping you guys get that type of connection. Moving on. Point number
4, it's going to be having a plan, the manifestation mapping. And this is actually my favorite.
That's very important, especially, and I'll tell you why, Maria, because especially for the people who get almost too spiritual. And what do I mean by that? There are so many people who they start getting into this energetic fields and everything, and it's almost like their whole spirit is floating out of physical reality, and they're just floating in the clouds, we can call la la land, but not being able to ground these manifestations and make it happen in physical reality. But they don't understand that physical results requires physical action. So a lot of people just try the vibrational frequency thing and hope that law of attraction works. Yeah, law of attraction, I always say to people, law of attraction, when you get into the right vibrational frequency, does it work? Of course, you attract the opportunity towards you. But it's the action, the right action, that allows you to claim that manifestation. And so you were speaking just a little bit, maybe give them a little bit on insight on how we do straight line mapping with our coaching clients. Maybe you share that with them, because that would be very valuable.
Absolutely. And before I share how we do it, I really want to just express that taking action is so important, because as you were saying many times, law of attraction, manifestation works. I mean, when I was back in Colombia and I was presented with this same opportunity, law of attraction worked because the opportunity was right there for me. But I could have easily said, oh no, that's too much for me, or maybe that's for someone else, or the currency exchange, maybe I should listen to everyone around me that says, like, Maria, get a real job, do something like in university or something. So law of attraction works if you put the action on it. And this straight line manifestation mapping is very powerful because it brings into one same line, into one same timeline, all of the different areas of your life. If you want to manifest wealth, relationships, a career, you want to make sure that all your energy is focused on something, on a goal that aligns all of these areas. Because what usually happens is that, oh, I want to manifest the love of my life, the love of my life, and love of my life appears, but my finances maybe are not strong. So how can we do a strategy so that when my love of my life appears, I already have my finances sorted, my health is amazing, my career is on point, and it's not like anything is not lacking, but everything is in balance.
So that you can manifest multiple things at the same time and keep everything in balance. I think that is extremely important. Otherwise, people go into chaos. One day they're thinking about one thing, next day they think about another thing, one day they come back and then now they think, can I manifest multiple things? But it's not a straight line. And that's why this is probably, I think, in the 7 weeks, because what happens in the 7 weeks is each week consists of an hour to 2 hours usually. But when it comes to the mapping week, usually that will take probably around 3 hours. Okay, so my question to everybody on this call is this, are you prepared to dedicate, 1 to 3 hours of your week towards manifestation? Because if you're not dedicated to prepared to dedicate that, then it's going to be very hard to manifest things that you want, because it's all applied energy. But if you are, then we can take you through that process where let's do the scripting together. Let's take something that is a huge, huge, huge goal right now for you and be able to break it down into bite-sized pieces so that we can just purely work on the micro manifestations. It's a lot more easier for people to digest and achieve. And that's why we run it through that way. Now, moving on, final point. If you could give one last point when it comes to manifestation, what would that be, Maria?
Final point would be allowing yourselves to receive, knowing what opportunities are yours. And because you already have that strain line mapping, you know exactly what you need to do. So receiving, knowing how to allow and flow with the universe, that would be my last.
I think this has got a lot to do with also self-love, feeling that they are enough as well. We recognize so many people in this world who say, yes, I want this, I want that from the universe, please attract. But when sometimes help comes, people say, no, it's okay, let me figure out myself. So if you are somebody who is very good at giving, but maybe you recognize yourself not such a good receiver, then maybe this is your best chance to start shifting that thought. And that's why if everything is set, let's say through just 7 weeks, on the final week, what do we work on? We work on what my master, Grandmaster Akshar, will call your container, your vessel. How can we prepare the vessel to be actually ready to receive? To be ready to receive. It means that you need to have that openness. It means that you need to be telling the universe that, hey, I'm worthy. I remember back then, before I started this journey, now I know yours is like 2.5 years, mine is 12 years, I sound quite old when I say that. Mine is 12 years ago. But I remember 12 years ago, this is one thing that one of my first mentors had said to me, because I was that person who was very good at giving, not such a good receiver. And what would happen was, I realized I would buy anything for my mom, I would buy anything for my dad, I would buy anything for my brothers, for my sisters, but I would never afford to spend anything on myself. And I don't know if anybody on this call can actually relate to that. And you may be thinking that that's a good thing. Hey, we're loving other people, we're caring for other people, but you need to understand that love starts from self-love. If you keep giving, but you don't give anything to yourself, the energy will burn out. You no longer have that capacity to be able to attract the abundance, to be able to help other people. You need to first be able to fill your cup. And I remember there was this moment, exactly 12 years ago, I was at a live event in London, and there was a speaker on stage, and they was talking about a program. It wasn't manifestation. It wasn't. It was about confidence. And that program about confidence was 15,000 euros to go out to get trained in confidence and communication. Imagine that. Now, I was looking at it, I said, 15,000 euros. I said, that's a lot of money. And it's very interesting, because prior to that, I had financed a car for my mom, I had bought some things for my dad, I bought some things for my siblings, and never would I ever consider that I would honor myself with probably investing in the greatest asset, which is yourself. And then I remember I spoke to one of my mentors about it. I said, I'm thinking about doing this program. It's about confidence and communication, but it's 15,000 euros. Do you know what he said to me? He said, you tell me one thing. Are you worth 15,000? He said, you're learning about confidence, you're learning about speaking. If you had more confidence, the more confident version of you, is it worth 15,000 euros? I said, absolutely. He said, how much is it worth? I said, priceless. He said, don't say priceless. He said, when you say priceless to the universe is like, you don't have a clue what you're worth. And if you can't honor yourself and you don't find that you're enough, guess what? Well, how's the universe going to deliver to you if you don't even believe in yourself? And so at that moment, he said, how much are you worth? And I said, 100K. He said, only 100K? A million. He said, only a million? I said, 15 million. He said, okay. He said, so if you are worth 15 million, that's all I could think of at the time, you know? Still, relatively limited mindset. I said, 15 million. He said, if you are worth 15 million, then if the confident version of you, is it worth 15,000 euros? I said, yes. He said, then go do it. Honor yourself. You are enough. You are great. You are destined for this. This showed up for you. And I went for it. And guess what? I'm so glad I went for it. Because let me tell you guys something. You wouldn't even be following this channel today if I didn't once go on to that. I was the shy kid growing up. I would have not have manifested all of these different things had I not invested in myself. You know? And I want everybody to take that as the final message for today. Know that you are powerful. Know that you are special. Know that you are destined for greatness. Know that you are here for a divine reason, not just a reason to, work a job, work a 9 till 5, go through education, live and die. No. You are here because once upon a time, you came on this planet as this ball of light. And your mission is to spread that love, spread that light, spread that positivity with the world. Don't allow other people's opinions or perspective or limitations stop you from being who you truly are. This is a time for everybody to step up in action. This is a time for everybody to step up in leadership. This is a time for everybody to go out there. Allow your light to shine so bright that collectively we come together as one with no divide, with no separation, to make a difference in this world. Because let me tell you something, the world needs every single one of us right now to step up. As I'm sure many of you would agree, there's a lot of things going on around the world right now, and people need your help. And if you don't take this as a sign, you don't take this as a message for you, right? Why did you watch this video today? Why are you hearing this today? Everything happens in divine timing. The question is, are you ready to step through that opportunity portal? So we're going to finish here for today. I hope you guys got some value out of this session. Like I said before, if you guys want to apply for the majority sponsorship for the tuition to join us for the 7-week Manifestation Mastery Coaching Program, then first link inside the description, and that will give us a good opportunity also to get to know each other a little bit better. That's always nice to start growing more and more this beautiful soul family that we have. They always say your network is your net worth, your tribe is your vibe. And we'll be very open arms, ready to receive our new family members in this tribe. So I think maybe final words from Maria, tell them what they need to do and how you'll speak to them. And
yes,
like
absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Courtney who applied for the program. I'll see you. I'll be speaking with you today. A big shout out to Teshaya as well. And for everyone who has just filling the details, in the next 24 hours, the team and myself, we're going to be calling you. So make sure to keep your phones on. And if by any chance you don't receive a phone call, that highly likely means that maybe the spots have been filled. So if you want, I don't know if any of you have been like on a queue and you see a very long queue and you just want to skip it and you get a VIP pass, we also have an option for that. So if you, the queue jump. So you take the queue jump option and that will guarantee your interview with us, with the team. And that way you will be able to also be in front of the line of the millions of followers that Master Shri Akarshana has, and that way we will guarantee that interview and that conversation so that we can find the best way to have you enrolled in the program. For that, is it okay for me to share the opportunity?
That's fine. I think they'll be able to see it on
Okay,
the page anyway.
okay,
Yeah.
amazing.
Just let them know how to click get on the page, and then that's
Okay, yeah, so then you just fill in the details and we will be calling you very soon. Remember, it's the first link in the description, and keep your phones on so that we can speak.
Other than that, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's tuned in today. I'm sending my love and prayers to every single one of you. Continue to shine your light, shine so bright that we all connect in oneness, in love, in peace, in harmony to make this world a better place. Love and prayers for all. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.